Hey everyone, John Cheever here, and we're going to be reading some of my most classic stories. That's right. I'm just kidding. We're going to be looking at a three-fur again. Well, not really a three-fur, more of a one-fur, and then two tiny furs. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So yeah, we are going to be taking a look at classic Fallout weapons. This was suggested by Single Cell 55. And then we're going to take a quick look at custom overhead lighting, suggested by Minty Hippo 30. And we're going to take a look at Terminator 2 weapons, suggested by Toxic Vader. That's right. Toxic Vader. He's like Darth Vader, but he's toxic. Alright, so after that horrible joke, let's get started. First off, we're going to go with the classic Fallout weapons, because it adds, like, I think in the README file, it's like 70 new weapons. So I'm just going to go with that belief and believe that it's 70 new weapons. So let's do this. Now, this is kind of going to be more of a overview review instead of me actually using all the weapons, because, you know, there's at least, I think the README says about 70 weapons. I don't know if they're exaggerating a bit, but hey, we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to submit this into pros and cons for this mod. So, as you can see here, this mod has a ton of weapons, and the great thing about this is they're all new models. A lot of these are new models, or they're from other mods, and they're put together into this one main mod. And I really like that, because some mods are, you know, they say new weapons, and then it's just the original weapons in the game, but with new stats, or maybe a scope or something. But with this, we actually get a whole ton of new models and textures, and it looks really, really great. There's a few models, few bad eggs that don't exactly have the best textures. They kind of look a little iffy to me, but you know, there's only about 2 or 3 of those, and I really can't complain about that, especially with the beautiful workmanship on all the rest of them. Alright, so now the second pro I want to go over is these weapons. They're spread around the wasteland, and the reason I point this out, that I like it, is because a lot of weapons mods, you know, they'll just have it stowed away somewhere, and you just pick it up, and they'll give you so-and-so ammunition, and, you know, you'll be good to go. And I don't know, I like a challenge to get my weapons, and this really brings the weapons feeling that they're actually supposed to be in the wasteland. The weapons appear on raiders, on other enemies, and so you can actually pick a good amount of these weapons up from just, you know, going through the game and actually fighting enemies. A few of them, I believe, are hidden, but hey, I mean, that just makes it even more exciting to me. So, last thing that's kind of a pro, but kind of con at the same time, is this mod uses the caliber mod, and what that means is it allows for different types of ammunition, so it's kind of a generic ammunition for weapon mods. But basically, caliber mod, it's good because, you know, you get all these cool different types of weapon ammunition and stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of a pain, you know, because I have to go out of my way to buy all this new ammunition. You know, you got all your different FMJs and HP and AP. But hey, I mean, I said I enjoy searching for stuff, not having handed it to me. So, you know, not trying to be a hypocrite, but I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. But hey, I mean, there's plenty of raiders out there, so just get to shooting. Alright, so let's get to the cons now. Let's get to those little baby cons. So, the biggest problem I have with this mod is the sound effects. This happens to be a problem for a lot of mods, weapon mods, I have a feeling. Some weapons have a regular, normal level sound effect. I have a few examples I'll show you guys. So these are what regular weapons sound like at a regular level. Okay, now that's normal, but a lot of the weapons, not a lot, but maybe 10 to, I'd say 10. So maybe 10 out of 70 weapons have overused, not overused, but very loud sounds that take you out of the game and are actually, in my opinion, just very annoying. I don't know. For me, to be honest, these guns are so loud, I might just not use them. So that's 10 out of 70 guns I'm not using. And it may not sound like a lot, but, you know, if you have put this mod together and you have 10 weapons that people are hardly using, that's, you know, that's 10 weapons that you put time and effort into that aren't being used by the general public. So that's my only main concern about this. Besides that, that's just my main huge concern. I just really hate these loud goddamn weapons because it's just a... I mean, if you can put together a mod like this, at least just fix those. The other thing I had, there's about maybe 2 or 3 gross textures on these. Nothing really bad. One of them looks like it wasn't UVW mapped correctly. Kind of just looks like the mapping for the mesh just wasn't done correctly. Because it looks like there's a texture there, but it's just kind of like floating. And then, yeah, so basically the cons for this are sound and about 2 gross textures, but hey, that's negligible, so screw that. If this mod could get the sounds to work perfectly, I'd be hit. I mean, this is a great mod. I suggest you guys check it out. It's a challenge, it's fun, it's great, adds a whole variety of weapons, and, you know, your enemies use them too, so I'd suggest it. Go check it out, guys. It's really great. No! Alright, guys, so the next mod we're going to be looking at are Terminator 2 weapons. This was suggested by Toxic Vader. Now, when I first downloaded this, not when I first downloaded, but when I was first looking at it, I was thinking, you know, oh, this is going to be great. I love Terminator. I can't wait to get my hands on some cool laser guns and, you know, maybe some of those sweet, you know, just the plasma weaponry that, you know, the robots use and all that. Unfortunately, I know I mentioned this in the last review I just did, but it just basically takes the original weapons and just kind of ups their stats a bit. So we got a T101 Minigun here, damage 19, DPS 607. I'm not familiar with the original minigun stats, so I'm just going to be reading these off. DPS for the shotgun is 166, and damage is 8.2 times 7, and the thumper is 29 DPS and damage 66. So, I don't know. I was expecting more out of this mod, but hey, you know, it's a little fun mod, I guess. It gives you a few extra weapons, so, you know, why not? Let's try it out. I do have God mode on because I was testing out those other babies. I am over encumbered. That's a pretty big explosion. Why is this guy green? Oh my god! I just killed the Hulk. No, don't go to AP. And let's go number 3 to a shotgun. Wow. So yeah, that's basically gonna be the whole review for that one. I mean, I was expecting a lot more, only because it said Terminator 2 weapons, got my hopes up. But hey, it's a nice little fun mod, adds these 3 weapons, you know, they're more powerful than the originals. And, you know, you could walk around and say, you're the Governator, just shoot stuff, Governator, on the loose. I am. Alright, so last but not least, we're going to be looking at the custom light overlay, which was suggested by Minty Hippo 30. Basically what this does is it supposedly makes your lighting very fanciful. I'm going to do a side-by-side right about now. In the left we can see is obviously CLO, and the right is the vanilla version. So CLO, to me, it seems like it gives the game a bit more of a feeling of contrast. It ups the contrast, and the vanilla kind of has like a type of dust almost that kind of muddies up the view. So to be honest, I think it kind of just ups the contrast a lot. But I'll leave that to you guys to see for your own eyes, because I'll trust your eyes better than mine. So yeah, that's about it for now. That's our little threefer for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the future.